Welcome, man. We're back. Game of Thrones, boy. And what episode it was? Game of Thrones, episode 7, the broken man. Um, yeah, episode 7. I forgot about the season actually. Season 6, isn't it? What is
Yep.
Season 6, episode 7, the broken man. Here with D Styles. We're gonna go through it bit by bit. Hey, and as you can see in the picture, hey, the Hound's back. D Styles, what's your take of the Hound coming back? And you obviously you see him in, was he with the religious group, the Set? Explain that a bit.
Scepter, yeah. 7, yeah. I don't know. I don't know that guy is a Sept himself, but he was a Scepter, but he's like a believer of the 7. That's the religion of the that the Andals brought to. Because first it was just a little quick history recap. First it was the children of the forest in Westeros, and then the first men came over, right? And they went to war for about 1,000 years. They picked up the religion of the children of the forest, and they worship the old gods and stuff. That's what they call them now. Then the Andals came from Essos and invaded, and they took over half of Westeros, and they beat the first men all the way up north, which is why the north has the first men, which is why in the north they still worship the old gods, right? So anything south is the 7, and that's including King's Landing. When the Targaryens came and took over, they adopted that religion of the 7. So yeah, the guy's a Scepter, and the Hound's still alive, and a little surprising. It was just like out of nowhere. He's just chopping wood and like, oh, he's alive. I guess I was expecting if he was alive, like something more dramatic, or it was, it's different. I didn't mind it. And of course, the Scepters, kind of teasing him like, well, it must have taken 10 men to beat you. So he said 1. That must have been one tough dude. Like, no, it was a woman, and it was just, like, who would have guessed? But it was great to see him alive. That's for sure.
Yeah, I listen. Compared to last season, they needed something. They needed a boost, and I was flat last week. Last week was probably, in my opinion, the worst show compared to I feel a lot of people didn't like the first episode of this season. They didn't like it, the very first one of season 6. But to me, last week one was worse than that. This here is what it's about. That when you see the Hounds, yeah, I'm like, man, I remember him and Aya, that whole relationship, and he's a very, very good actor, bro. I don't know what his name is, but that guy, when you see him, he's like, what? You want to, this interest, even though he's hideous. But he's about it, bro. That guy's about cracking skulls, and he's there with them, just trying to live his life, just trying to be peaceful and prepping the wood. And what we see in that situation, he's just having a talk, and he's obviously trying to come to terms with some of the stuff he's done. He's done some real bad stuff. And the guy for the High Sept, he used to be he used to be a soldier before, and also he turns his life around, and he's explaining to them. And when it comes down to it, some guys, I don't know where they're from. Are they from the Red Woman? They're from that faith. Come up, they roll up.
Yeah, they're from the religion of the Lord of Light. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't. So I'm trying to wonder where that area is, the Lord of Light. But I didn't know the Lord of Light people are so aggressive, man. Like, what the heck? They come down and they burn up the whole damn place and just kill them because they don't like their religion. I didn't know they were so extreme, man. That's the first time I know they attacked. What was your take on them coming and doing that, man?
Well, they're from the apparently they were from the Brotherhood Without Banners. It was kind of surprising, to be honest. I mean, I remember when the Brotherhood caught the Hound, right? And Ira accused them of killing, and they looked down on that. So
that wasn't the Brotherhood of Banners, man. That was
it was a Brotherhood.
No,
the Brotherhood follows the Lord of Light. Revived when the Hound killed that one guy and he revived him.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah, you're right. They're full of crooks.
That's when the wit saw that. The wit saw that he revived somebody, and she was surprised. Yeah. Right, the Red Woman.
Right.
And now she did it too with Jon. I think what this is setting up is this, and I think kind of it's crazy, but like we do that in our own world. Like, like look at all the Muslims fighting Christians, and look at all the suicide bombings and all this stuff that people do to each other in this world. So in that world, it's like the same. It's like I think it's like a my God is better than your God type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably see it as some type of witchcraft or something when it's not their religion. So that's why they've kind of put an end to it, I think. And I think what it's setting up more than anything is I think we're going to see a big battle with these two religions somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seven and the Lord of Light religion. It's going to be interesting, but I think it's going to be the start of a conflict. And here's what I think. I think somehow is kind of felt like for the first time in his life he was finding some type of peace. He was not fighting wars or nothing, and he found people he could actually just get along with, where he wouldn't before. And he was really high on this religion. I wonder what's going to happen here, because I don't know where the Hound's going to go from here, but I wouldn't be shocked if he goes to King's Landing and joins the Sparrows there. And when Cersei's, when her time comes to go to trial, and she asks for a trial, by combat, I think he's gonna the Hound's gonna start. He's gonna fight the.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Yeah, go ahead.
A prediction. No, that's a prediction, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not a spoiler, but it can't. Hey, listen, that is a good prediction, though. That is.
But I think the Hound is not going to go for that reason, though. The Hound is going to go to King's Landing and tell the High Scepter, like, "Yo, there's these Lord of Light guys, like, out there killing scepters and shit. We got to do something about it, Yeah. And now he's got the king and the queen, and it's going to start a war of these religions. I'm telling you,
bro. Listen, that prediction there is spot on. I can see it. You made me believer. People listening, like you probably believer as well. When you talk about people, where's everyone, man?
Everybody's calling it the what are they calling it? The Clegane Bowl, The
Clegane Bowl. Yeah.
And he hates his brother, man.
Well, his brother burnt his face, man. Just slit it up like a steak. Didn't feel no ways. Well, so yeah, he's pissed, man. He look like he's got for vengeance, and I think more or less he might do, but he might just want to kill all them dudes because you said he was at peace, man. He done a lot of messed up things, and he finally was just cool and that, and then just now he's cool, everything's alright, and they go and kill. And I like that Scepter as well. Like they were building their structure, and they came and they killed them all, and they killed everyone in there, hanged him, and he looked like he picked the axe up, and he probably ain't picked that up for a while. He's going down there. And he's looking to do damage. And I tell you what, that dude, he'll probably go after the three on the rider, the three guys on the horse. He'll go chopping for them. I won't like the Hound coming after me because he's about it. So anyway, we're gonna move on. So we go to King's Landing, and the High Sparrow is talking to Marjorie about her mother, the Queen of Thorns, trying to say that she might be. They might looking to make her do the walk. Marjorie quickly talks to her mother. Her mother's weakened. I'm not going nowhere. I'm leaving you. And they have a dialogue back on the phone. And she gives. And a lot of people have been hinting this that Marjorie hasn't really bought it. I don't know what Marjorie's game is. She's playing some sort of game, but she's trying to convince the people of the Seven that she's with them. But she gives her mother, a grandmother, should I say? She gives her a flower. Now, I don't understand what the flower is, and I hope you can explain it, D-Stars. Gives her a flower, and the mom said, okay. The grandmother said, okay, gonna go back because she realized she's gonna try, the High Scepter's gonna try and make her do the walk, atone for whatever crime she's done. So she decides to go, and so D-Stars, that little scenario of the High Scepter, he's manipulating everything now. What was the flower signifying, and what's your take on the whole scenario?
It's a sigil of their home. So it's basically saying, like, I know who I am. I know, like, it's all this is an act,
Oh, that's what it means. Okay.
That's what I got out of it, You see, Marjorie has a gift of, getting people to do what she wants. You know, that's what she's good at. And she's even better than Cersei at it, to be honest. You know, whatever role she needs to play, you know, this is someone who found a way to marry a king. When he died, Stannis killed his brother. She found a way to marry the next king, you know, Joffrey. And when he died, she found a way to marry the king after that. She knows how to work these guys, man. Like, and she does it differently, right? With Tommen, all she really did with Tommen was just give him sex, you know, that's it. With Joffrey, like, she just like made him feel like this 6'10" guy, you know. He made Joffrey feel invincible, and that's what Joffrey liked, you know. She knows how to play every individual, and you know, I think she realizes, like, the High Scepter, he just wants you to, like, he just genuinely wants people to believe in the fate of the Seven by the book, and she just realized that, well, I'll just play that game for now, you know. So she's plotting something. You know, she's the one that's really doing a great job. She's really the first character, anyway, that's playing the scepter very well. I mean, just listen to, like, when he went up to her and he talked to her, and he's like basically asking her, like, have you tried to, you know, make a baby with a king? And she even, like, acted like, oh no, I haven't even tried. You know, I feel so guilty about these guilty pleasures and stuff like that, you know. And the guy bought it. He just bought it, like, oh, I know, of course, but it's your duty as a woman to give your husband an heir, you know. And of course she likes sex, you know, but he's buying it, you know, and it's working. It's working.
So what ends, though? What are the ends? Because the thing is, I'm just waiting to see her with the.
Well, there was a temporary end. The temporary end was to get out of the fucking cell.
Yeah. And
then there's to get her brother out. No, she wants to get her brother out and get her brother out alive.
When that brother comes out, is she gonna wreak hell? Do you reckon she's gonna wreak hell on them? Yeah. But
here's the catch: does the High Scepter know she's trying to play him, or is he fooled? You know, because Laura's. I don't know, man. I have a feeling Laura's just gonna be broken to the point where, just like that one Lannister dude, they're gonna transform him to one of those scepters and shit.
I don't know, man. He don't like, he's breaking. He'll say anything, can do anything. He's just a desperate dude, bro. But he's been in there.
I wouldn't be shocked if Loras comes out in a black robe and that shit's carved on his fucking forehead.
Oh,
you know, and just completely transformed. You know what I mean? He'll, like, I could totally see him, like, telling the Scepter, like, "Oh, my sister's a fucking liar," and then that he told his sister to act that way, and it could totally backfire on her. It could backfire on her big time.
Yeah.
Because what's his name betrayed Cersei, and that's what got her locked up. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That whole it's a very interesting situation. But the Queen of Thorns is leaving, and when she's leaving with the army. I don't like the idea she's leaving, but to me, I don't know why she just turn up. They should just turn up and just smack skulls, man. But Marjorie's got a plan, and she's telling her mum, I've got this. You know what I'm saying? I've got this. We're down on the ninth. You know, we got the last innings. This is like on the free throw line to win the game in Game 7. Like, she's got this, so we have to see how that plays out, man. But I don't know, man, because that big bloody witch.
I don't know, man. Right now, it feels like we're at Game 5, and the Scepter is up 3. You know, he's up 3 games to 2. You know, that's how it feels like. So. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. So we've got Jon Snow recruiting the wildlings. He shouldn't need to, actually, but he actually feel like he said he'd get them ready for a war against the Whites, but he wants to recruit them against the war against the Boltons. And he finally convinces the wildlings. Then he goes to Bar. What's it? I can't even pronounce their name. What's the little girl's name? Bar. What's his name again? Jormar's home. The bear.
I got you. I forgot the name of the little girl, but
yeah. He convinces the
Mormont girl,
and Davos convinced the girl that, and then obviously goes to Karstark and tries to convince them about it. They ain't fucking around with the wildlings, bro. They're not having it. It seems to me that the whole scenario with Ramsay picking us on, I think that situation was real. Actually convinced me that that whole thing with the guy giving up the Stark kid, I think that scenario was real. People think, oh, it's fake. Maybe it's not the dog. I think it's real now. I'm actually convinced. They ain't fucking with the wildlings, bro. I don't know what the wildlings been doing to them, but they ain't messing with no stinking wildlings, boy. And so anyway, that whole scenario. So he's they got army. Then obviously, what's her name? That girl. She's such an idiot. What's her name again? Oh gosh. She writes a letter. Who is she writing a letter to? Is she writing a letter to Littlefingers to tell him to help out?
It's either, I'm thinking either Littlefinger, one of three things, because she's this stupid. So
Stupid.
Could be. This is an off chance. I don't think it is, but it's a possibility. She could be writing a letter to the Iron Islands because Theon Greyjoy's there.
Oh God.
Remember, Theon told her, "I'll do anything to help you out" or whatever. So I don't think it is, but that's a possibility. It could be a letter to Blackfish.
No, but she said
a high possibility, or it may very well be a letter to Littlefinger. You know,
I think it's the Littlefinger because she sent Brienne to the Blackfish, and Theon. It could be the Theon. That's not a good idea there because they fight.
Idiot! Like she sends her bodyguard to the Blackfish because she can't trust the Raven. Raven to the Littlefinger.
Yeah, and then exactly. And then she writes a Raven to.
She had to do, man, from the start. All she had to do was tell Jon everything. Like, I trusted Littlefinger. He fucking sent me to Winterfell. But now he has control over the Vale. Like, I don't know. He's offering to help. You know, just let Jon and Davos decide what they do from there.
Yeah, she's undermining it.
You know, it's like everything's in chaos, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get what her... Right now, Sansa is realizing right now, okay, that in this world, she just doesn't have anybody's respect. Like, you know, she's not a war general. She's not she's just a lady, you know, that got married to Lannister and then got married to Bolton. That's all she is.
Yeah. She got
They don't see any, like, when they see her, it's not that they don't see a Stark, you know, but it's that they just don't, they don't see someone they can rely on and put their life on the line for, you know? And Snow, I mean, he's a bastard son, you know, so, you know, they're having a hard time getting help, man. Like, not many houses are getting behind them.
Nope. And the thing is, that the woman from Jorah Mormont was home, the young woman, the queen, whatever. She disrespected Sansa in a way, bruh. She disrespected. Oh, you're saying you're Stark, but the other day we knew you was Lannister, and the other day you're Bolton. I mean, like, that was hard. She was ripping them in. I tell you what, without Davos, and she's still dissing Davos behind his back, man. I'm like, well, what's that about? And the reason why she's doing that, she's undermining me, is because of the night. What's her name again? Brienne. The reason why she's dissing is because of Brienne. That's the way she's dissing them, you know. Yeah,
like she hears something and she just goes with it. That's Sansa's, you know, whole thing. Yeah. I mean, if they lose this war, it's gonna be her fault, you know.
Right. Yeah, go on.
And then that one guy that refused to help them, you know, like he said, yeah, we're loyal to the Starks, but he basically told him in not so many words, gone. You know, it's a woman and a bastard son's left. That's it. Basically, not so many words is what she's told him, you know? And then the wildling thing was like the last straw. Like, really, we're not going to join a bunch of wildlings, you know? But a lot of these people don't understand that there's something bigger coming. You know, like they don't even believe the Night King exists, much less prepare for it, you know? So,
yeah, they're going to find out shortly. So
if you're a lord, right? Let's say you were a lord in the north. Yeah. You never seen a White Walker. You never seen an undead person. Why would you believe it? You know, like.
Yeah, that's the way they better behave, man, because the dragons are coming as well, so they might believe something. Okay. So we're gonna move on to Cersei and the Queen of Thorns exchange. That was a good little exchange right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite interesting little exchange right there. And Cersei's an idiot, man. Like, Queen of Thorns, she comes in all smiley faced, you know, trying to ask for help and that. The Queen of Thorns ain't. That's why she's called the Queen of Thorns. You try to get too close, you get pricked. You don't like it. She tears Sansa a new face or a new ass, whatever you want to call it. She tore her up because look what you did. Yeah, you caused the whole damn thing. You know, you gave them power, you gave them Lannister bloody gold or whatever you did, and you set them in there. Now they toppled you. They're trying to destroy our houses. She goes, if you're lucky, you should leave. Because I can't. She's telling her she can't leave. She ain't going nowhere. She goes, listen, I'm cutting out of here. They're gonna do you up. No one likes you here. Your brother's not here. There's nothing for you. You might as well cut out. And she got a good point. But Cersei thinks because she's got the bloody what is his name, the big guy, the bloody what's he called again? Jon Strong, whatever his name is, the big guy.
Sure.
Yeah, she thinks that's her ace in the hole, man. Listen. Well, look, her son is still the king, so I
mean, that guy could probably kill like 20 men, but like Queen of Thorns has a whole army, you know. So
yeah. But the Queen of Thorns just ripped her, bro, and Cersei gave her that look. Cersei gave her that look like I'm gonna kill you. Like I actually believe that Cersei, after Cersei's done what she don't feel no ways of killing the Queen of Thorns. She don't like no one talking to her like that. I don't care. When she sorts out them, she don't care. The way she looked at her. She looking to kill her, but I don't know why Cersei needs to because she did start that bullshit. So yeah, what's your take on that? What's your take on that situation anyway?
Good exchange. I mean, the Queen of Thorns is really honest with everybody she talks to. That's why a lot of people like that character. You know, she just laid it down on her. You know what I mean? It just laid it down on her and just told her the truth. Like all this is your fault. You know, all because you wanted to lock up my niece and my nephew. Like. All because of that. You got yourself locked up. You know, you got her king now, like over there with them. You have to do that embarrassing walk, you know. It's just, you know, she like Cersei lost her dignity right there, man. Like it's hard to look at somebody and respect them after they have to do a walk like that, really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking like it happened to an innocent person. Like no, like she had to do that walk for the shit she did, you know.
Mm.
And so this is just one of those things, you know. It's just Cersei was put in her place. I almost thought she was going to tell the Mountain to kill the Queen of Thorns right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly how I felt, bro. She was,
you know, just like holy shit. I wouldn't be shocked if she does, you know. The Mount, I'm waiting for the Mount to kill some people. It's like come on, let's do some killing, you know. But
I think
we'll see what happens.
I think she sends them out every now and again to go around the city, hear anyone cussing my name, kill them straight away. That's what Cersei's up to. Cersei's like Sansa. She's just immature and just immature moves, man. It's immature moves.
Yeah, but the thing, Sansa's just a little girl. Like you know what I mean? Like, well, she's not that little anymore, but she has a small mind. Like she all Sansa ever knew was, you know, sewing shit and being a lady, and then got traumatized by two crazy fuckers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He got traumatized even worse by Ramsay, and then she escaped that whole ordeal, and then now that's Sansa. Cersei, I mean, she should know better, man. And she always got the upper hand on individuals, but it was always because she was in a position to do it. You know, she was the queen. You know, she was in a position to get the upper hand on people, but she really doesn't know how to play the game very well from a position of weakness, you know?
Yeah.
When she doesn't have full control over a situation, she just like Cersei needs to catch weight for everything, you know? It's just, she needs to catch weight to have control over everything, you know? And the best example I could give you is, I don't know if you remember season 1. Forgot what season, where her and Littlefinger have like that encounter.
Yeah, I remember.
Know? And Littlefinger told her, Cersei, knowledge is power. You know? And strategy is power. And then she told like the guards to restrain him.
Yeah.
You know, and then she said, cut his throat. And they were about to cut his throat, and she said, oh, never mind. Don't cut his throat. Let him go. Turn around. You know, and then she told him, you know, power is power. You know what I mean? So when she's in that position, yeah, of course, she has all the power. But she should have listened to Littlefinger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Littlefinger was right. Littlefinger knows how to play the game, and nobody even knows he's pulling the strings. Cersei is she's not at that level. She's just not. She's always been a person that's been in a position of power. So she's really struggling. Hardcore.
Yeah. Man, you called it right down the line, man. Cersei's an idiot, man. She's an idiot, and Sansa, they ain't.
Her father knew it.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, like you said, she was in a position. Her father was there. And ain't no one messing with Tywin, and obviously when Sansa was there, and ain't no one messing with Eddard. Ain't no one messing with that family. So they had their dads.
No, but Tywin always told Cersei. He always told her this several times, actually. You're not as clever as you think you are. I always told her that.
Mm-hmm.
She should have probably listened to her father.
Yeah, she should be. She thinks she was good enough as a man.
If anything, Tywin was always I think even Tywin knew that the smart one was Tyrion. He always knew that.
Yeah, but
Tyrion.
Yeah.
He's always been suspicious whether Tyrion was really his son. Hated him because he killed his wife, and then he's a dwarf, and he finds him as an embarrassment. He's just a drunk and stuff like that. But when Tywin couldn't make it to King's Landing, who did he put in charge as Hand of the King? Not Cersei.
Nope.
In fact, he told him, I can't let Cersei ruin shit over there. I'm going to need you to go to King's Landing. He told that to Tyrion.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. That's how much of a trust is. That's how so much of trust he has in Tyrion. But hey, he tried to get Tyrion killed, hanged, or whatever he was up to. So I don't know what he was doing there. He's messed up. All right, let's go straight on. So the Blackfish is back. They took Littlefinger's talked about him, and then finally we see Blackfinger. Is obviously you see him in this picture here, and they have his nephew. And the what they call it, the Freys are threatening to kill him. Then they're looking to hang him. Then they're threatening to cut his throat. And Blackfish, though, talking about Blackfish is a real dude, bro. It's like, do what you must. You know what I mean? I'm not giving up this castle. Do what you must, man. That's what you want to do. The Freys, it's not working. What do we do? They even set up for a proper attack. Man, the Blackfish should have came out there and just bombed on them if they weren't doing that. But he just want to save his army. He's got provisions for 3 years. Anyway, Jamie comes along. Frey try to run them out. They get a back slap. They got a Stockton slap, like Nate Diaz give them. And Jamie gave him a Stockton slap. And at that point, Jamie asks for a parlay. They come, Blackfish meets him. They exchange words, and Blackfish more or less says, "Man, it wasn't even worth with me. I just want to see what kind of man you were." And I know Jamie, losing his hand might change him slightly because in the olden days, I remember when Eddard took Tyrion, he goes, "Where's my brother?" And he was about it. He goes, "Kill his arm, kill all of them. Just leave Eddard for me." That's how Jamie used to be, a badass that didn't give a shit. But like these days, he wants to parlay and talk. So I don't know how much getting his hand cut off has changed him. What's your take on that whole scenario with the Freys, Blackfish, the nephew, Lannister? What's your take of these stars?
Well, first of all, Blackfish is a fucking badass, man. That's number one. You know? I don't know if anybody remembers season 3, like right before the Red Wedding, right? But what's the name of he's a Tully, but what's his name? The one they had prisoner?
The prisoner, the same Tully they got now, the Tully.
Yeah. Well, that guy, the Tully, I forgot his first name, but do you remember when the Freys, like the Starks met the Freys and the Tullys?
Yeah.
And it basically told them, totally, we'll forgive you for not marrying Frey's daughter if you marry, if this Tully marries, one of his daughters then, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that? And then he didn't want to do it because the Freys are known for being ugly, including the girls. And Blackfish, when that Tully was telling Robb Stark, like, no man could compel another man to make a decision like this. And Blackfish, like, he brought his fist up. He says, "My fists are about to compel themselves on your face." Like, This is a guy that doesn't give a shit, man. He's like, oh yeah, you're threatening to hang him? Like, go ahead, hang him. Like, it's not, I'm not going to give up my position. He already knows what they're like. Yeah. He already knows that they're going to murder him anyway, so he's a dead man anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So why the hell is he going to, like, show any weakness here, you know? Mm-hmm. The Freys are fucking weak, man. Like, they're so incompetent in everything revolving war. No, you know, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Water's not afraid. He's not though. The son's a doofus, but I don't think the uncle. I don't think the dad is. I don't think the late Walter Frey. I don't think he is. I don't think him. But I agree, the son's a doofus. Go on, continue.
You know Walter. You know why they call him the late Walter Frey, right?
Yeah, I do. But tell everyone.
All right. So during Robert's Rebellion, asked the Freys, "Are you going to join us?" And he would not. He never made. He never got with a crown. He never got with Robert's side, ever. He never joined any side. It wasn't until the war was over that he showed up saying, all right, we're ready for battle. You know, but he was totally late to the war, so they call him the late Walter Frey. And they laughed at him. You know, they basically laughed at him, and he took it so personal forever. Till this day, man, you know what I don't understand? Why couldn't Robb Stark wait to marry that broad, man? Robb Stark had to do was win the war first, and then if he didn't want to marry the Frey girl, he didn't have to. Like invade Winterfell, like what are they gonna do about it?
Yeah, but you can't cross the damn thing, man. You can't cross there. You need that.
No, but the deal was after the war, you marry my daughter, right?
Yeah,
that was the deal.
Yeah, but you're right. He couldn't. Yeah, you're right.
Now, the reason is, a lot of people haven't read the books, but the reason he married her was because he didn't want his son to be illegitimate like Jon Snow was, because he knew how his mother treated Jon Snow.
Yeah.
You know, and he didn't want his son to be a bastard son. He wanted him to be a Stark, you know, because he didn't like the way his brother Jon Snow was treated, you know. And that's the reason he did it. But, man, sometimes just marry her later and just you know, like, it's just, I don't know. Robb Stark fucked a lot of shit up, man. But
yeah, there you go. Just like his sister, it's fucking a lot. They fucking up. But the thing is, they weren't ready for it. They wasn't ready for what happened. But the dad, in itself, I'm still pissed off with the dad. When he had a chance to cut out, he's there trying to take the throne away from the king. He should have grabbed it, man. He should have grabbed it. Said, nah, yep. The dad is stupid, bro. The dad's too trusting and stupid. Robb Stark's silly, you know, cutting off one of your heads. You should have cut off Jaime's head long time ago, man, and done with it. You know what I'm saying?
I still can't believe the phrase that incompetent family took the Starks out. I still can't believe it. You know? But
I can see. The thing is, yeah, they got them at a bad point, innit? They crossed the thing. Yeah. They come over to. The thing is, yeah, the mum told him. The thing is, after the mum did something, she released Jaime Lannister. Yeah. He didn't trust her no more, right? And it's the same thing with Sansa. She don't trust Snow for some reason, or because he's a bastard. I don't know why she's not trusting him. And you're not taking the guidance of your mum. Your mum's, you know, parents are usually wiser than the kids. And he didn't take over. He started to listen to her, and like to go. And the thing is, that's the weakness of a woman. Like maybe he'd go there and beg your forgiveness. Now bomb that, bro. But that's why I like Blackfish. Blackfish is like, I'm doing my shit and I'm gonna die. That's the way it is. Eddard has the same thing. He's like, I'm doing my shit. I ain't budging. That's who I am. I'm done. And
Blackfish has a real good, I don't know what you want to call it, spidey sense, I guess. Like, he knew shit was about to go down. He fucking got out of Dodge, you know.
No way, man. Do you think so? I think he really genuinely went to the toilet. I don't think so.
No, I think he either found a way out, he escaped or something, you know.
Fucked up, man. Yeah,
man, you know, like and
when
he got away, Bolton told Frey, like, yo, you better send somebody to go find that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, just one guy. What's he gonna do? You know? Well, now you know.
Yeah, well, hey, well, the Boltons are pretty. They know who he is, man. Blackfish is a serious dude, and as you seen, he was ready for the siege, man. He got food in there for 3 years. You know what I mean, that castle's not easy to get to.
When he was probably able to go in and out, you know, with these fucking Freys are terrible, man. Like,
Yeah, but the thing is, you know what's funny, yeah? Like, Jamie needs to leave the fucking Blackfish alone, bro. He's gonna decimate the whole of the Lannister army. He will trying to kill Blackfish, he will end up decimating the whole of his army. They like Blackfish it. You're gonna kill hundreds, but I'm gonna kill thousands of your men. It's not worth it. You see the drawbridge as it went up? How the heck they gonna get there? There's nothing you have to go down into the moat. When you go down in there, they're gonna put oil in there, fire, all that rubbish in there. Nah. It's like, to get in there, you're gonna get in there eventually. But you're gonna take men, like people's lives are gonna die. And then Blackfish knows, he don't care. It's like, boy, that's what it is. That's his home. And why would he give up his home anyway? The Frey should be in there anyway. So
I liked when Jamie told him, "Hey, the war's over." He told him, "Look, this war's not over. I'm dead, man." Like,
straight. So
I think it hit Jamie then. Like, a war's not over when your father says it's over. A war's over when people stop fighting.
Yeah. What do you think of Bronn there? Bronn with Jamie, he's getting a bit bold now. And he talks to Jamie. Yeah, you talking to Jamie? He's being a bit lippy.
I like Bronn, man. He's one of my favorite characters, actually. Like, he's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He just is, like an anti-hero kind of thing. And he's kind of annoyed because he keeps doing favors for the Lannisters. Mm-hmm. And the only one he ever really liked was Tyrion. But he did all these favors for Tyrion, Cersei, did all these favors for Jamie now, and that he's just kind of annoyed that Jamie's like, "Come on, do this one last favor for me," and but he does it because he's still, like, he won't admit it, but he kind of likes the Lannisters,
Yeah.
But he kind of feels indebted to them a little bit, and I don't know, but I like Bronn. I think, I don't know. I think he's going to play some type of role, I don't know what yet. I don't even know what's the cool part about this whole scenario. I don't know what's going to happen.
No, that's good. And you see, this was what I'm saying. That's what I loved about the show. You don't know what's going to happen. I'm just watching a clip between Jamie Lannister and Blackfish. Have you seen the castle? It's full of water. It's water all the way around it. How the heck are you going to get to that? There's only one way.
It has, I think they call it a moat.
We know because we're from England. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
I only know because I used to play an online game where you have to make like a moat around the castle and shit. But that's another story.
We do have a couple of castles over in our country, so yeah.
But for all the Americans, water around the castle.
It's called a moat. I mean, how the heck are they going for them to go? Even if they went at night time, there's nothing you can do. It's got a moat, and Blackfish is very confidently telling him, "Listen, you're not gonna die just kind of getting there. You're just gonna die, man." You know what I'm saying? He looks like he's ready for the siege.
He also told them, like, if you want to chill outside and starve us out, we got food for 2 years.
3 years. 3 years. Three.
You got 3 years, Kingslayer. But by the way, it's been a while since anybody called him Kingslayer,
Yeah, but
like, everybody's calling him Jamie, Sir Jamie. Yeah. Annoying. Call him Kingslayer, that's what it is.
Blackfish is an old timer, isn't it? He's probably one of the rare old timers around, so you know what I mean?
Because he knows about it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's Blackfish's his sister, isn't it? You don't know one who died. What's the one who died? His sister's thing, innit? Yeah. What's his sister's name again? The one who got her throat cut. Eddar's sister. What's Eddar's wife? That's his sister, right? Eddar's wife.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Miss Tully. Yeah.
Miss Blackfish's sister, right? Is that right?
Yes. Well, either sister or sister-in-law. Well, one or the other.
Oh, okay, but they're related, isn't it? Blackfish is a badass, man. That castle is a badass, man. Jamie, you know what I was thinking? The High Scepter sent Jamie along to die. I think he sent Jamie to get killed, man. That's what I think.
I kind of see. I don't know if people have thought about this yet or not, but look, man, they just sent the whole Lannister army and to deal with Blackfish, who if they win, it's going to take them 3 years. If they starve them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not on purpose, but it's like people have forgotten. Have people forgotten about Dorne?
Yep.
Like, they hate the Lannisters,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked, and I'm not. You know what? I think I wouldn't be shocked if the Scepter is working with Dorne, and I wouldn't be
Hell no.
shocked if the Queen of Thorns takes her army out of there, man. The King's Landing's for the taking.
Listen,
right?
yeah. Well, anyone could roll up in King's Landing right now. You got them barefoot warriors. Them barefoot warriors are running the place. I mean, come on, man. That's not good enough, man.
Plus, I just don't know where Dorne is on all this, man. Like Dorne has declared war on the Lannisters, though. You know what I mean? And the Crown.
Nah, Dorne is finished.
They're coming. Like it's real.
Dorne is finished, man. Dorne is out of the picture. No one cares about it. It's dead, man.
People stopped caring about it, but it's still there. Like, you know, they have an army. You know, and it's in a play some type of role in something. We just don't know what yet, but they're gonna play a role in something.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're gonna move to the Iron Islands. No, not Iron Island. We're gonna move to Theon and his sister.
Pirates. We'll call them the Pirates because that's what they are.
Yeah, there you go. They're on. I don't know when they're in some brothel somewhere. I don't know what part of.
I'm not shocked. What's his name? Sisters of Dyke, though. I'm not shocked at all.
Nah. I think she goes both ways. She don't mind if her brother troubles her, but she don't care. I remember the first. Seriously, she don't incest. She doesn't. She's lucky anyone even trouble her, man. She's lucky she gets it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, she looks like her dad for real. She looks more like her dad as I see it, and Thingy looks like the other guy, his uncle. It's weird, isn't it? She looks more like her dad, and Theon looks like the uncle really badly. Anyway, she's there, lips another woman. And she's telling Theon, listen, you either kill yourself, cut your wrist, or you grow a pair, or try and grow a pair, and join me now. I'll back you. And that Theon, that's a big deep drinking some ale. And he finally says, well, he doesn't look like he's on it too much, yeah. But his sister looks like Theon looks like anyone could control him. He's a bit too weak, man. But anyway, he decides, yeah, okay, I'm on it, and we're gonna go. And then she tells him we're gonna go exactly like everyone thought. She's gonna go and see the dragon and give her the boat. So
yeah,
go ahead, give us your take.
Well, because she has nowhere else to go. If you think about it, they can't go to the north. They fucking hate the Iron Islanders up there. They're not liked anywhere in Westeros. She's got nowhere else to go.
Yeah,
but she has ships and SOs. Those trade cities love ships, and if she knows about the Dragon Queen, you know, they can do something with that. You know, plus. If you're Daenerys, how do you say no to those ships? You know,
yeah.
How do you say no?
Yeah, and she got the fastest ships. I mean, that's the. Hey, listen, the Iron Islands teaming up with Daenerys. Daenerys is stacked, unsullied. Check. You got the Dothraki. Check. You got the Iron Islands. Check. Who else we got?
By the way, you know what I don't get?
Yeah.
I don't get how all these people followed her to leave the Iron Islands, right? Mm-hmm. Where were those people when she needed their chance? Like, where were they?
What do you mean?
Remember, like when they did that whole salt throne thing, and whoever got the most cheers basically won the throne. I
think they were the leaders. You know, I think it was only the leaders of the Iron Islands. You know, I think it wasn't to do with the soldiers and stuff like that. I think they were just like all the generals and stuff like that were around.
I don't even like that whole thing, man. Like, this dude could just show up and throw a bunch of Yo Mama jokes and he takes over the Iron Islands, you know?
Hey.
He's got no penis no more. Oh, like, it's just, I don't know. But,
yeah, but but the thing is they don't want no woman ruling the Iron Islands. They couldn't, some of them don't want no, they don't care. They don't care. And the whole thing is, they would like.
They weren't ready for Hillary yet, huh?
Nah. They wouldn't mind the son. The son's balls have been cut off. So as far as they're concerned, they'd rather roll with the uncle, and that's what it is. But the thing is, we'll see what that situation goes with Theon, because Theon's still a bit weak. I'm still interested in Sansa wrote that letter to you,
but the thing about Theon is this, you know, I like the fact, that Theon was finally told by somebody, his sister in this case, that you can't live like this, you know? Like, she literally just told him, like, if you're just going to be like this for the rest of your life, then go slit your wrist and get it over with. It's kind of harsh, you know?
Yeah.
But she doesn't have time to carry somebody like that. When they're fighting for survival, she just can't be babysitting somebody. You know.
Mm.
She told him like you just gotta be Greyjoy again. You know, it's like what happened. Get over it. Basically, is what she told him. Suck it up and you know.
Yeah. I mean,
and then she wants to go fuck that broad. You know. Like,
I'll tell you what. The sister is just as ravenous as him because he was ravenous, man. He used to be banging whores every minute. I feel like he was banging whores left, right, and center. And the sister, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. She's on it as well, straight to a brothel, and she's checking out bare chicks. She don't have like she don't see in Iron Island. She's diking up the place all over the place, man. But hey, listen, it is what it is.
Well, look, Theon will be all right, man. Once they're in, once you're over there with the Khaleesi and. Once he knows that her entire army of the Unsullies have no dick, like he'll be fine.
Hey, you're a dick, like, hey, he might turn himself to an Unsullied. Unsullied's got dicks though. They got dicks though, innit?
No, Unsullied are chopped off, man.
And the Unsullied ones are cut off.
All of them, they have it cut off. Yep. I don't think they chopped off their balls. They still want to have testosterone and shit, but their penis are chopped off.
Boy, well, yeah, Theon will fit right in there with them, boy. Well, that's it, boy. That's that right there.
Could be Unsullied, you know. You get a new him or some shit.
Be Unsullied, you know, man.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I always wanted Theon to kill. It's not gonna happen now, but I always wanted Theon to be the one to kill Ramsay Snow, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I'd love to see that as well. So we're gonna move on, and to go to Arya. She's there in Bravos, and she's walking around like she's like, man. Hey, you know what? You've just disobeyed the commandment. They blinded you. Why are you still rolling around like you're good? Like why? Like I would have got any boat that night and cut out because the many face could be anyone, right? But she's rolling around. It's weird. It reminds me of the same situation with the last week. What pissed me up? No, not the week before. And you had the guy. What's the guy in the Bran? Is it Bran? The Bran who's caught up, and they tell him the Night's King's coming for you, and then he goes back to sleep again. They're watching in dreams. Like, I mean, what are you doing? What is she doing? Like, cut out. You know you have a chance to leave. You turn the light off. All you see is she got Needle. Get Needle and go. She's there. She goes over to the guy. Says, "I want you to give me a boat." She gives him the gold. I don't know where she's getting this gold from. I don't know what she did. How she got that gold, but she got the gold. She puts it down there. And she says, yeah. And then she's just walking around Bravos, like casually. Old woman walks up to her and bang, it's the Reefer or whatever her name is. Stabs her. The thing is, I was picturing it. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I was picturing this. Where I actually had in my mind that girl's going to do that to her. She's going to stab her up and just blitz her. The thing is, she just wounded her. She didn't even want to kill her. She just want to let her know.
Oh, well, here's the thing. You remember the specific order? What's his name? I gave her? Don't let her suffer.
Yeah.
You gave her that specific order.
Yeah.
So now that she's suffering, obviously, because she was stabbed, right?
Yeah.
And you're right. I don't know what she's doing, just chilling. Like you just betrayed it. Like, you have assassins on you, and you're just chilling. Like, really?
These guys are breaking up a bit, you know. I don't know what's going on with your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what she's just doing, chilling around, man. But obviously, she's quote unquote suffering. That's little lines on the shows. They matter. You know what I mean? When somebody gives an order, you got to take it literally in the show. So just make sure she doesn't suffer. You know. So somehow, I think it's going to be like Ira's way out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but she's suffering. She wasn't supposed to suffer, and then now, like, I guess, I think they're going to let her go or something. That's something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but I disobeyed it first. So she disobeyed the commandment first. Both of them is no good, but she disobeyed the commandment. I mean, you're right. She is suffering, but I don't think that guy. I don't think Jack on. I don't think he even cares. He only cares about is cutting people's faces off and giving them some joy juice at the fountain, giving them some water at the fountain, killing people, like arresting people. She got stabbed up bad, but I looked pretty good. That back headbutt she gave her and rolled off the bridge, man. I was like, whoa, come like a ninja. You know what I'm saying? She was pretty nifty and quick. So she's learned some sort of really assassin moves, man. But she was blooded up walking through the town. worrying about who's looking at her. I was like, man, I don't know where she's going. Where do you think she was going anyway?
I have no clue, actually. I think it's going to be the first scene of episode 8. So I'm interested to see what they're doing with that. I have no idea. I don't know what they're having to do, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
It was an interesting scene. All right, so we finish it off, like I said, with the Hound. He picks up the axe and he's about to go kill some people. So we see him. I'm just happy the Hound's back, to be honest with you. That's how the episode finishes. I'm going to talk to D-Stars. So D-Stars, give it a rating. What do you rate this show? Season 6, episode 7, The Broken Man. How would you rate it?
I'll give it a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
How can you give it a 7 when last week you gave the other one an 8, D-Stars? I'm interested to know.
I actually liked last week's better, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this was not a bad episode, really, but I can tell that this episode was a setup for all the crazy shit that's going to happen in the next 3 episodes. You know?
Oh, okay.
Like, it's been a lot of setting up, you know. They're just getting through all the parts that they need to kind of show us to make sense of what's about to happen. Because, I mean, you have the Blackfish against the Lannisters. You have the Boltons against Jon Snow's army. You have the shit going down at King's Landing. You have, the Iron Islanders about to arrive in not in Westeros, in the Marine. A lot of shit's going to go down, so we'll see, man. I mean, it's a lot of interesting shit, And then the Hound's back in the picture. What role is he going to play? I mean, it's going to get interesting,
Yeah. If I was to rate, I'd rate it. I'm rating it a 9. I'm going to give it a very high. I was so disappointed with last week's show. I was so happy about this show. I really did rate it. I was happy. The Hound is probably one of my favorite. This is probably because I've seen the Hound again. I know he loves killing. That's one thing I like about the show. I said to you before, the way he kills people, he used to kill people mercifully, man. That guy knows how to kill. I enjoy watching the Hound. His character is great. Blackfish, I like watching Blackfish. This is the thing, right? Sam Tully's dad. I wish Sam Tully's dad was more like Blackfish. He was obviously a bit of a dickhead, but that guy is a very good actor. I didn't really think Sam Tully's dad was a good actor. This was probably why I didn't rate the show. I like watching it and believing it. They made me believe who they are. Like, this guy's a hard nut, bro. Like, Blackfish is a hard dude. I mean, that's why obviously there was the Tullys remember he broke off from his brother and started his own thing.
Yep.
This guy's a hard dude, and the Hound is not no joke. He ain't joking around, so I was happy to see that in the show. So just seeing the Hound back is probably why I rate. I'll give it a 9. It's probably the highest one I've gave so far. I'm rating it. Predictions. You've already gave most of your predictions. You got any other predictions you want to give for next week?
That's about it. I mean, what's going to happen with Sam Tully? I don't know. He took the sword and stuff, So obviously his father's going to be after him. That's going to be interesting. I think Ira's going to live ultimately, and I think she's going to have her way to go back to Westeros or what have you. I think. That's about it. I mean, my other predictions I kind of given them. I think Khaleesi's finally going to arrive in Marine next episode.
I hope so.
And I think I don't think the Iron Islanders are going to arrive till maybe episode 9, but they're going to arrive before the end of the season. And that's about what I got so far. I mean, just interesting stuff. I think Brienne will probably see her in the next episode.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't know what she's going to run into first, though, because she can't run into the Blackfish without running into Jaime.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
He runs into Jaime and tells her, you had an oath to protect Sansa. Or get Sansa back to safety or something like that. Like it's.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, It's just one of those things. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. A lot of these scenarios coming up. I got a prediction next week, and it's the prediction I've been doing for 5 weeks. They will die. The Faith Militant needs to die. They need to die. They need to die horrible.
What if Jaime decides to help against the Boltons?
Oh, I'd love that, man.
But like, how would Jon Snow receive that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How would Sansa receive that? I mean,
That's
the
not
conflicts are just crazy here.
it's not gonna. That's not gonna happen. See, I think Brian. I think your prediction next week is probably thing. Brian's gonna come. She's gonna scout what's going on there, and Brian's gonna say, well, you know, it's not. She's gonna try and find her way into the castle without seeing Jamie. She might bump into Jamie when she's trying to leave, and Jamie lets her go, and she goes back to Sansa. I think another prediction. I think definitely the Hound's gonna catch up with them three dickheads, and he's gonna cut them up, man. He's gonna chop them up to little bits, man. Trust me, he's gonna do them up nice, serve them up good. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. I think he's gonna do that because they were peaceful. They had no weapons down there. They weren't gonna hurt no one. So I think the Hound's gonna inflict a serious punishment in there. Why he's doing that? Maybe he encounters someone to tell him to come to King's Landing, but I don't see the Hound going back to King's Landing because Cersei still remembers him leaving them in the war. So maybe not now. But I can't see that. But good prediction you came up with. So that's my prediction. Ring. Anything else?
I think it's gonna happen because it can't be a coincidence that he was with the Sparrow. You know.
What's that again?
I don't think it's a coincidence that he was with a Sparrow.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's the group that took over King's Landing, you know? Yeah. And that just so happens to be the group that's going to take Cersei to trial as a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
They need somebody to fight. You don't think they know they're going to have to fight the mountain? I think they know.
That's a good point, man. I really enjoyed this episode. I've watched it a couple of times, and I can honestly say it was so much better than last week's, man, in my opinion. I mean, I know we disagree. We disagree quite often, but for me, it was so much better. All right, D-Styles, man. Hey, it's been great having you over, man. I'm loving this season. It's a good season. This is the first time, actually, we've covered all last season. I think last season we only covered like 2. Just the 2 ending. But this one, me and D-Styles are covering the whole season. We're on 7, so we only got 3. D-Styles, can you believe we only got 3 more left? 3 more left, and it's finished for this season.
I mean, last year, didn't we have like a whole panel? Or was that the year before?
Yeah, you know, last year was this last year. We had Andrew Senior and we had Europe
78
boxing news. Yeah, who else we had? J Dills.
We had 78. We had
oh yeah, 78 as well.
What's his name? Yeah, Andrew Senior. Yeah.
Boxing news. J Dills, Andrew Senior. I invited them, but you know, I invited them. Chris and Benuma want to do one, but as to me, like I think me and you just do our thing and and I'll do a separate one with them guys and keep that rolling, man. Maybe a finale. We might, if it's so bad, like I might do a finale, and you know, like we did last time. Because that, you know, the thing is, yeah, if we get something really horrendous that is gonna shock me and does rock me, then I guess I'll just invite everyone back in for the finale. But so far, it's been really good. But is it better than last season so far? I think so. I think
what this season has lacked.
Last season was really good. Jon Snow dying, that was cold. Like last season was the winter home thing, the fight. Like last season was epic. Like, what do you think so far? Is it better than last season so far?
You know what? I'm not gonna grade this season until the last episode. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair. That's fair. But so far, if you 7 for 7, like from this point to the start and this point to the start of last season. So how would you rate? I think they're good, but I think last season.
You know, this season has not had like something aside from the Hodor one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hodor was bad. Yeah.
But other than that, there hasn't had like that ending that like left you in shock or like, whoa, I didn't see it coming, or wow, or something like that.
Yeah. I
mean, last season was, I don't know, man. Like, it had some endings that made you feel uncomfortable. Like, you know? So, I think last season they tried too hard to shock everybody, or they tried too hard to top the Red Wedding, you know. Where this season, I honestly feel like they're preparing us for something. Like something's going to go down in the next few episodes that we don't see coming. You know, it's just someone's going to die that we don't see coming, or it's. We haven't had that yet. You know, we haven't quite had that happen yet.
Yeah, I agree, man. But all in all, Man, Game of Thrones, I love it, man. I have to get my fix every week. In the chat, we have Chingy, Fangy, was it Faggy? Fuggy. This week's is much better than last week's. More pieces moving into place for the finals. Last week, pretty slow. I want to know if Ramsey indeed, indeed sent the letter. We wasn't seeing him. I don't know. I wonder if Ramsey indeed sent that letter. Maybe. What letter? What letter is he talking about? I don't know. This season.
When I was to Castle Black.
Oh, okay, yeah. He said this season is much better than last season, in my opinion. I love the Pangin or so far. Yeah, I think it's they aren't having too many things dragging out like last season. Yeah, last season was a drag out thing, bro. But I like last season was like since the Red Wedding. Last season was pretty good. Jon Snow dying was bad. That banged me up, bro. Jon Snow was dying. The White Walkers hard home, man. Hard home. Jon Snow dying, bro. That was it, bro. Them 2 episodes right there, poof. They was like, bro. That to me, though. They were the most hardest thing since Eddard getting his head chopped off and the Red Wedding. Like to me, I was like, bro. And you're right. Hodor dying was a depressing thing. I ain't gonna lie. You called it the D-Stars. That was bad. That was bad. All right.
Another thing that I think is going on, like real quick. Something that I believe is going on in the North right now.
Mm-hmm.
Having us believe that only like 2 houses are helping, Jon Snow and Sansa, and you know what I think is happening. I think a lot of houses in the North have been plotting the downfall of the Boltons, but it's like so secretive that they're not even letting Jon Snow and Sansa in on it. Because it would only be a distraction.
Nah.
So I think there's some underhanded shit going on in the North, man.
Nah.
Like I think that whole the Stark boy in Winterfell, they're setting Ramsay up. They're setting him up.
Nah. Nope. I you know what? If that's a good prediction. I don't think so though, but you know what? If it comes, you heard it first from D-Styles, man.
And like they end up freaking like that's Jon Snow and the Wildlings are going to be losing.
Yeah.
And I don't know where like a whole Northern army is going to pop out. Like I see it happening.
Listen, the way it looks right now, I think they're effed. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like they're finished off, man. It looks like Jon Snow and them lot and Sansa doesn't trust him. There's dissension in the ranks. The way that little prince flamed up Sansa.
But you have to understand this show, Jay. This is TV writing. When they're writing it where it seems like it's chaotic, that means everything's going to go good. Yeah, but it's when they write it when they're winning and they're doing great, that's when they're going to die. Like Robb Stark was looking like on top of the world until he got killed,
Yeah, but the thing is, like you said, yeah, you're right. But this is why it's one of the best seasons ever written. I have no idea what's happening. I have to just I can't normally I knew Sansa. Aya was gonna get that girl was gonna do her up. So I knew that was gonna happen because when she hanging around there, I could see that happening. But other than that, I can't read what's happening. But you know what? You make a good point. Like when things are going well, then things get messed up. But then you have been saying that with Stannis, they weren't going well. He was going down and down and down until eventually he finished them off. So, you know what I'm saying?
Plus, there's an old saying in the North, man. There has to be a Stark in Winterfell. They're banking on that kid. You know what I mean? It's not Jon Snow or Sansa. They're doing it for that kid in Winterfell right now. They're plotting some serious shit. Yeah,
you're right. That's a good point. And a lot of people said that the guy who brought him in didn't put his allegiance with him. I hope so. I love to see that happen and see the brother emerge. Take over Ramsay, man. I can't stop that. I'd love to see, man. All right, D-Stars, man. Thanks for coming over, D-Stars. We're back next week, season 6, episode 8. Man, hopefully I really enjoyed this season, man. D-Stars done his prediction. I've done my predictions. Man, for all the people watching, we catch you next week. Peace.